Hello. In this unit, we're going to talk about open houses and how to effectively work them and make them happen. Now, open houses are an interesting thing. In fact, there's a joke. Open houses are where realtors go and nobody else does. In fact, most open houses are absolute flops, but we can use that to our advantage. What I would encourage you to do is, if you have a way, go ahead and keep your eye on the newspaper. You'll find that there's a lot of open houses that are listed in there. Also, if you have access to the MLS, a lot of MLSs have open house sections where the realtors announce when an open house will be to the other agents. If you don't have access to the MLS, you're going to have to do it the hard way. But if you do have access to the MLS, you can target and directly go to open houses. Now, when you go out there to an open house, I've heard several different approaches, and I've tried 4 or 5 different approaches. What I find works for me is to go out there and just simply visit and not even talk about the fact that I'm a loan officer. I would just go out there, sign their table, and walk around, and really not talk a whole lot to the realtor. Eventually, the realtor will come to you and say, "So what do you think about the property?" And I'll just simply say, "It's not too bad. I'm actually just trying to get familiarized more with the area and just kind of get a feel for what's out there," and talk with them about how much the house is worth. And then just clearly express the fact that you're a loan officer who has about 40 or 50 buyers actively in your pipeline in the area, and you're trying to educate yourself just simply to be able to talk better with the clients that you do have. And a lot of realtors will be surprised by that. I usually don't go for the kill. I don't go in and I don't try to slam them for an appointment on the spot. I don't sit there and grind on the realtor and say, "Oh yeah, I've got the best programs, the best rates, the best service, the best, blah, blah, blah." I don't do that. What I do is I just simply talk with them as a person. And I usually look at open houses more as an opportunity maker. I'll usually call the realtor back on Monday and just simply say, "Hey, listen, I really enjoyed our conversation we had on Saturday or Sunday, and I appreciate you taking out the time to talk with me as a loan officer just to explain to me a little bit more about the marketplace." Because usually our whole focus will be on what's going on in the market, and I'll try to make it a positive conversation and not focus on things that are going bad in the market, and I'll let the realtor do most of the talking and explain to me what their opinion of the market is. So I'll call them back and I'll thank them for sharing with me what they think the market is doing, and I'll put them in the role of the expert. And then what I'll do is I'll follow up with them and say, "Listen, I'd like to sit down and talk with you. You seem like the kind of realtor I would like to work with, and I do work with about 4 or 5 different agents in this area right now, and I deal with a lot of their buyers. We have a really good system in place to be able to help you understand what's going on with all of the loans in process. It's really neat what we just did. And I would like to show you how you can grow your business from handling 2 or 3 deals a month to handling 8 or 10 deals a month and not going crazy, having a clear communication system and an organized method of being able to handle multiple buyers without anything slipping through the cracks. Could we sit down maybe next Monday or Tuesday and just see what we can do to help you to grow your business in a predictable and understandable fashion?" Plus, we also have some marketing systems too that work pretty well, and I'll talk with you about those. But the thing that's made the biggest difference to the realtors that we work with is giving them a proven system where they can increase their business while working less hours every single week and having more money and more time to enjoy it with. Sounds good? Great. Well, let's sit down next Tuesday for about 20-30 minutes in your office there and discuss some of the great ways we have of reducing the stress that you feel as far as handling all your different files and making everything close more smoothly and on time. So I look forward to seeing you next Tuesday at 9:30. And what I'll do is I'll just confirm it with you a couple days beforehand just to make sure that time still works, okay? Great. And it's just that simple. Open houses shouldn't be used to slam realtors, but they should be used as contact makers so that you can follow up the next week and talk with them intelligently. And you've probably built some rapport with them and gotten an idea of what's going on in the marketplace. And you've really been able to just become a person to them, not just another loan officer who's banging on the door, begging for business. In fact, you're a professional that goes out there, looks at homes, and tries to really understand what's going in the marketplace. And that has a powerful effect on many professional realtors. The fact that a loan officer is willing to go out there and try to understand what's going on in the marketplace, just simply beyond rate and term and what the closing costs are and all this and that. The biggest focus is that you're trying to build relationships with people who are fellow business professionals. And some realtors won't respect it. Some realtors will treat you like dirt. It happens. But there are enough professional realtors out there who are looking for something better as far as what's going on in their business. And a lot of times if you plant these seeds, The realtor may call you and say, listen, I have a deal that's falling out and I really need your help on this. And that's where your gold is, because a lot of times other loan officers will drop the ball and the business will be there for you to pick it up and carry it. And that is when your business will start to explode. Now, let's go on to the next CD, which is where we're going to talk about how to keep control of your files and keep your pipeline in order so that you don't go insane.